All right, guys. So let's move on to our next topic here. We'll say topics because I got three topics here that aren't like some crazy mind-shattering things, and we're gonna cover those real quick. Then we're gonna get into our Mandalorian season 2, episode 2 spoiler review. So first off on this list, though, is that the Christopher Nolan film Tenet is coming to home video soon. So they've announced the 4K,
VHS.
Blu-ray, blah 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 release for everything. So I'm excited because I never had a chance to actually see this movie. John, I think you said you went to the theater and saw it though, right?
Yep,
So are you
loved
gonna
it. I
you loved it?
Oh yeah. It'll be great to see it and actually be able to know what they're saying too,
Do you have
because
the audio issues?
the audio mix in the theater was there. There were definitely moments in the theater where you had that bass, that thumping bass behind you, and you were having a hard time picking up some of the dialogue. But
You're
which
not the
seems
only
like
one.
yeah, it seems like a kind of what the right word is, but it seems like something that you can expect out of a Chris Nolan movie
Oh,
anymore. Is
for
there's going to be
sure.
some part of the movie or some aspect of the movie is going to have some audio um, issues. But yeah, excellent movie. I'm sure that people are going to sit down with it and dissect it, and once it's in out there among the masses more, I think people will start picking it apart for all the inconsistencies and stuff between it, because it is a time travel movie. It deals with
Of
time
course.
and going back and forward through time. So but, I get immersed in just the visuals and the story and the concepts that he comes up with in his movies. So I'm a self-affirmed, Chris Nolan homer, so I'll I love the movie. I think he does a great job of putting together fun, exciting, um, films, and, I can't recommend it more.
That's good to hear because,
Yeah.
like I said, I haven't seen it, and like I know people were the audio mix issue was definitely not something that was limited to just you. That's all I heard online. Were just there was some like a very few people I saw said like I didn't have any audio issues. Like the overwhelming majority of people that were talking about this thing all complained about the audio. No, I only saw a couple negative things about the story, but I'm a huge Christopher Nolan fan. I've there's not one movie of his that, aside from The Dark Knight Rises that I haven't really just not liked. I don't really care for The Dark Knight Rises, really. I could do without that movie.
Yeah,
And,
totally.
all the other ones, Inceptions, like Memento, great movies. Great movies, fantastic movies. Even, what's it called? The Dunkirk was good. Like, I don't know, it's
Yep.
just not I just dude doesn't make bad movies. So, December 15th is coming out. I can't wait to get it. I'll probably I don't know if I'll be get it digitally or just get the 4K. I don't know. But surprisingly, I used to always get the 4K discs of like the big movies that I liked, but like I surprisingly never went out and actually got the Endgame 4K. I never did.
Wow.
Super shocking. It was the
That
first.
is
I got
shocking,
Infinity
yeah.
War. I got Infinity War on 4K, but then I just never, for whatever reason, I just never went. It's not that I didn't like Endgame. I love Endgame. Like, I watched it numerous times. I don't know if it's maybe just because like, it was gonna be on Disney Plus, and I was like, "Oh, watch it there, wherever." Like, I don't know. But,
Hmm.
yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one yet. I might because of the sound issues, I might just get it on 4K because you get a much better sound quality, in particular, when you get the discs. Like, the
Yeah.
physical media has better video quality as well, so, like, it's just a much better audio and visual experience if you get the disc, so I don't know, I'm excited for it. Rick, did you ever get a chance to see it?
No.
No.
No,
So
no.
you obviously gonna be picking it up when it
Yeah.
comes out or at least streaming
Well,
it or
yeah,
something?
streaming it for sure. I don't know that I'd pick up like a physical copy or anything like that, but kind of like you mentioned, like there's really not many Christopher Nolan movies, if any, outside of The Dark Knight Rises that I don't really like. So, um, the one thing adding to what John said too, I'd watch like The Dark Knight at home or whatever on my computer, and you can barely hear them talking to each other and
Oh,
like
yeah.
just the dialogue scenes. And then when like the action happens, it's like, geez, like over the top. So
Yeah.
I can only imagine what that was like in theaters.
And I mean, I will say, just so no, I don't want people to be turned off because of this audio issues. I mean, it was an issue, I would say, in the first quarter of the movie. Once you're past that, I really don't like it doesn't.
It wasn't like I don't know what happened in the movie or I wasn't able to follow the story because of it. It's just there were one or two things in the beginning where it was like, wait, what did that character say? And but then you get past it, and the rest of it plays out fine.
Right. Right. Well, I'll have to let you know once in a month here when I get a chance to see it how it turns out.
Yeah.
I'm sure too, like you said, it's probably mainly the your Dolby Atmos sound system with all the bass booming and stuff in the theater probably doesn't really help when it comes to
Christopher,
Christopher Nolan's
he does
audio
like
mixes.
bass drops in his movies, literally
Yeah,
like
it's
in
just
music.
wah.
Yeah.
For sure. So I'm looking forward to seeing it finally. So we shall see. And then another thing too is like the movie didn't really do all that well, man. It only made like $350 million, which I guess is pretty commendable, all things considered. The pandemic and everything. So I don't know.
There was a I actually haven't read it. I haven't like saved to my one of my articles to go back and look at, but he did it. Nolan did an interview with it or an
Mhm.
interview about Tenet's release, and he said that he was had one of the headline bullet points was that he was happy with what it did, given the circumstances and when it came
Yeah.
out. So
Yeah, but
I mean, what's he gonna say?
yeah, what's he
You're
gonna
right.
say?
What's he
It's
gonna
like
say?
that's the thing too. I
Sure.
know I forget what the exact number was, but I think it was like he was supposed to get like 20% of the gross off the top of like money wise, like up.
Sure.
So like overall at the end of its run, which this movie like they kept it in theaters for a real long time. They gave it a very long extended release window. I mean, they definitely tried to keep it in there and get people to go to the theaters, but really, what are you gonna do? Like in a lot of cases, movie theaters never even opened up for people. So
Sure.
like, who knows? So like, I'm sure all things considered, he probably is pretty happy with it. But him and Warner Brothers aren't happy with it
This
deep
was a
down.
billion-dollar film. This
Yeah,
was a $1 billion. This was going to make $1 billion under normal circumstances.
yeah, or at least
So
close
yeah,
to it. Like all of Nolan's films make 5, 6, 7, 800. I think they've all made aside from like Memento. Like ever since Batman Begins, like post Batman Begins, he's I think banked anywhere from 6 to 8 million per movie. Like,
this one, however, this was the return to the Inception style movie. This was
mhm.
a time heist movie, not to steal the Marvels in
Right.
game, but this is a time heist movie. This had a pretty straightforward plot. I mean, there were but it was a pretty straightforward plot, and it was set in the real world. It wasn't as conceptual as Interstellar, and it wasn't as it wasn't a period piece like Dunkirk. I'm pretty sure that they were banking on at least $1 billion for this
Oh yeah,
worldwide.
yeah. Because I know too. I think they spent like upwards of 200 million on the production. So they
Sure.
were definitely expecting a much bigger return than the 350 worldwide, 100%.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, guys, what do you think? Are you guys excited? Did you get a chance to even see Tenet in theaters? Because unlike me and Rick, we never really had the chance really to go see it. Not that I didn't want to, because I'm very excited to actually finally see it. So, you guys gonna pick it up on December 15th when it comes out? Let us know down in the comment section below.